Hello everyone and welcome back to another video. Now today we are going on a special road trip because even though Starlink is only meant to be used just at your house, the way I see it, you get coverage from within a certain cell, and that means that within that cell you should be able to travel. So today I'm going to try to find out how far you can take Starlink away from your home. So we are here at our first location, which is the Lokeren supercharger, about 4 kilometers from my house, to do basically a baseline check to see if it has connection somewhere besides my actual house. So I've got the dish set up here. There it is. It is acquiring a signal, so it's pointing to the sky now. I only plugged it in like a minute ago, and there it is, acquiring that signal. Now let's have a look here. So this is how I'm connecting right now. So we have the brick with the power towards the dish. We have the cable to the router, which is looking gorgeous, and obviously that is exactly the same setup as what we have at home. Nothing changes there. The only thing that changes is that I plugged it into a 12 volt to 30 volts power brick. Now the power brick for Starlink is really picky. With that I mean that I tried to use my existing 12 volt to 30 volt and it didn't work because it was a modified sine wave. So at first I thought, well, maybe it's not powerful enough, so I ordered a new one, more powerful one. And that actually didn't work either. So then I ordered a little bit more expensive, a pure sine wave inverter, and that just works out of the box. So if you try to take it on the road, then make sure that you get a pure sine wave 12 volts to 30 volts inverter. Now that was a first successful test, but again, it was only like 4 kilometers from my home, and yeah, I got the same speeds that I got at my house as well, so that is definitely good. We can take it somewhere. Now, as you can see on this map here, the red dot is where I live, and I'm driving towards the east, so I should be within that cell and I should get pretty far. So I will be driving all the way to the Ardennes, which is the opposite side of Belgium of where I live, more or less, and I should still be able to get... Oh, what was that? Corrective steering applied. Okay. Now anyway, so I'm driving towards the Ardennes right now, but I'm going to do it in different steps. So the next step is the Ecamm supercharger, which is about 30 kilometers if you take the way the crow flies, and let's see if we can still get some internet connectivity there. So we are at our next location, which is a hotel. It's the next supercharger here. It is going to be in the near future one of the biggest superchargers, if not the biggest supercharger in Belgium, with alternate charging stations as well. So that's cool. And there it is, and let's find out how well it does here, and if Starlink can still give us a proper internet connection. So let's see. So I have the dish back there, and yeah, the whole system is booting at the moment. So it's just waiting for a minute, maybe 2 minutes before it actually acquires a signal, and hopefully we can get a signal here as well. As I said, we are about 30 kilometers the way the crow flies from my home, and I'm hoping we'll still get some connectivity here. I don't know if it's really that visible at the moment, but I am getting a red light, a very faint red light inside. So that could probably mean that it doesn't work anymore, and I'm already outside of the cell that I want to try out and connect to. So here in this location it doesn't work anymore. So I even tried moving the dish manually in different directions, but it's not self-orienting anymore and it gives a red light. I had one time that it actually kind of worked, but at very slow speeds, but I didn't get it to work afterwards at all. So now the question is, am I moving too far to the west or too far to the north, because Antwerp is a little bit more north than where I live. So I'm going to drive south for a little bit and then find out if we are too far to the west and if we can continue, yes or no, or we need to drive in the other direction. So we are here now at a parking lot next to the highway. I wasn't going to drive to the next supercharger in Brussels because that one is surrounded by buildings, so that would obstruct the view potentially of the satellites. Now here I tried it again and yeah, it doesn't really work. So we're now more south but equally east. I said west before, but it was east. And yeah, it doesn't work. So it is very limited to the surrounding area of your home. Now I was supposed to show this to a friend who lives all the way on the other side of Belgium, and then do a meetup with some Tesla owners afterwards near Liège. So it's kind of doubting, do I still continue this, yes or no? Will something change, yes or no? I also have to keep in mind that we have 97.5% coverage during the day. So these errors that I'm seeing right now, they might have something to do with the lack of service for those 2.5%. That is something that I cannot verify at the moment. Now I did see the dish reorient itself. So it was finding some satellites at least, but on the smartphone it just said it can't find a server to connect to. There was also again that red light on the modem or on the router. So once more, that is a sign that maybe it does find the satellites, but it is geofenced, so I cannot use it at this point. Now I decided to continue on this trip that I planned anyway and meet up with the Tesla drivers. Now there is some bad weather coming in from the south, and hopefully I get to stay ahead of it and it doesn't get too bad, because in the Ardennes we had some severe storms over the past couple of weeks, even 1 or 2 tornadoes in the area that I need to be. So yeah, could be exciting, but on the other hand I'd like to stay dry also and maybe perform some tests. It's about an hour and a half drive to my next location, and maybe I'll test it in the meantime as well, but who knows if I'm right. And it could be due to the fact that the satellites are not covering or not giving coverage at this point of the day, then yeah, within the next hour I should have coverage again. So one more interesting test, but I fear that it is geofenced and I won't be getting any connection the further I go from my home. Now at this point it is raining heavily. AutoPilot is trying to manage, but navigate on AutoPilot is not working at all. But I have to say that AutoPilot is doing a semi-decent job. It's hard for me to see the lines, and still AutoPilot is doing without any hesitation at the moment. Now when the car in front or on the side is flashing a little bit, like now, it starts to weave. But other than that, I'm impressed with how good AutoPilot is in this kind of weather at the moment. Supercharger Remouchon. It's the first time that I've been here, and I'm charging up a little bit while I'm hoping to connect Starlink once more. So the drill is the same. Plug in the power, put in the white Ethernet cable on the white side, put in the antenna with the gray cable on the gray side, and that's it. And then you just wait for the thing to boot up, and hopefully it will reorient itself, and then we can get some internet connection here. Roughly I think 100 to 100 and between 100 and 150 kilometers away from my house. I'm not expecting it to function anymore, but we can only try. So unfortunately Starlink did not connect, which was what I was expecting as well, given the fact that it didn't connect the last 2 times. So yeah, I'm definitely driving in the wrong direction, but since I'm here anyway, I'm going to show off this to my friend, and then we'll go up to the Tesla meetup and still make something of this very rainy day. I will do another trip in the other direction to verify whether it is geofenced in the circle around my house, or whether it is indeed the cell that is going in the other direction, and the information that I had from that website was pointing in the wrong direction, or the cell was not aligned properly to my address. Alright, we are here, Verveer's supercharger. So this is the entrance to it. Now there's a very pink Tesla parked here. I hope I still have 1 spot left to charge. Yeah, it seems like I do. But I have to drive around for a little bit to reach that location. So, but there's a couple of Tesla people meeting up here, so let's say hi. We were in the area anyway, so why not? Now that was a lot of fun and a long time overdue for me to join one of those meetups. Because of Corona also, of course, where we had to stay away from other people, but it's so nice to meet the other Tesla drivers in real life. So now I have 1 hour and 50 minutes to go back home, and hopefully the weather stays dry like this so I don't lose any more time. It has been a long day so far, but an enjoyable one, and one where I learned a few new things as well. And hope you guys found it equally interesting. I will be testing the Starlink also on another direction to see if that works well or not. Might be the same as what we see now, of course, but yeah, that's something for another episode. So as usual, if you like the video, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to the channel, and make sure you click that little bell icon so you don't miss out on any new videos. And for now, thanks for watching. See you guys in the next one. Bye bye.